In John chapter 10, the Jews gather round Jesus and say to him, "How long will you keep us in suspense? If you are the Christ, tell us plainly." Jesus answered them, "I tell you, and you do not believe. The works that I do in my Father's name bear witness about me, but you do not believe because you are not among my sheep." In verse 32 he says, "I have shown you many good works from the Father." They accuse him of being a man and making himself God. In verse 37 he adds, "If I am not doing the works of my Father, then do not believe me. But if I do them, even though you do not believe me, believe the works, that you may know and understand that the Father is in me and I am in the Father." Some saw Lord Jesus as a man, others a man of God or a prophet. Some saw him as the Messiah, but still a man. Some saw him as Messiah and Son of God. Some were able, in the higher places, to see a part of him in his true glory, God made manifest on earth. His true person was hidden from the world, and only God could reveal it to those willing to believe and receive the fuller truth. But for those who couldn't receive the greater revelation, they were granted to see God made manifest through the works that Jesus did instead. Christ showed them the love, mercy, healing, truth, wisdom, authority and righteousness of the Father through his own person and everything he did. They ought to have recognized who was in him and the source of the work, and thus recognized that God had come down amongst his people to love them, serve all that came to him, and offer himself wholly for them. The works testified as to who he was, even though his glory was veiled. We too should show God through our walk here, if indeed his Spirit of truth dwells in us and shines from us. Our works should testify as strongly as our preaching. Unfortunately, like then, most will sadly still not be willing to receive it.